With the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
Skull! Ute? Who's that? You don't even know me like that. Sorry, babe. Damn me this. Never mind, I get it. I just can't move from here right now. Hey, say gang. My bad.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing from the outset is Penix. And his first pass is incomplete.
And you think back to the success he had throwing the football in the win last week, so naturally, he's going to come out throwing here, but that time, they couldn't connect.
Now a 2nd and 10. To the air, Penix. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That good for 19 and a first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run. And boy, they were successful.
42-yard line.
And looking to throw, Penix. And he's got the hook up to McLeod. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Robinson up the middle. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down. The Falcons at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll throw with Penix. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Dolphins' 30-yard line.
Looking to throw, Penix. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Calling a gain of a yard. And 3rd and 8 now. You talk about this Miami defense. They find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And this game for them is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man with power to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try and create some lost yardage plays.
Now Penix. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Fourth down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. This will not have the distance to get there. Short, no good, just under the crossbar, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Play action. Now it's Tua. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. In motion, Hill. Throwing on second and long. Tua flushed out right. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Now he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up second down. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Here's Penix. Wrist to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Pitts, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Falcons 7, Dolphins nothing. Bradley Pinion set to
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
at their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those.
Say, gang, you dodged a bullet right there, boy. If he wouldn't have played the ball and smacked Buddy.
Interception they threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 37-yard line. Looking to pass. Tua. And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, That D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he fires one incomplete. Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. But you look at this defense. They enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Two are going to throw. Oh, Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
19-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Gun. Gun.
Go get him, go get him, go get him.
Clark. Good route here.
Now it's the backup Cousins. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
Hey, what the fuck happened to Mike P? How this nigga get the first down and some more shit cheering and then come out hurt? What? A sprained wrist? Crazy.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll drop the throw. And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, who just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things going in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital. Extremely important because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
And he's over midfield and into Falcons territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On play action, here's Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. They'll run for it with Achane. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one by the line of scrimmage.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Cousins. And complete to Drake London. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, 47 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. 1 play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Solo left. Ready.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Ready.
First carry now for Alexander Madison. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
From the 35, here's a second down and 9. Now Tua. That's caught. Nick Westbrook.
Bro, that should have been a pick, bro. Madden trying to bless you, gang. That should have been a pick.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do,
And the Falcons grab it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Yeah, quick throw there is incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Cousins now. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Gun.
Cousins again. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
All right, here we go.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Hey, can't. Hey, Steamer. Gun.
Cousins to throw it. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Gun.
Now Cousins. He'll let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Tua, the final shot before half. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. Two-touchdown game, 14-0 to score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far in the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
This time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ready.
Here's Tua. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Makes it 3rd and inches.
Ready. 20, TX. Ready.
Tua sets up to pass it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. 5 yards on the play there. It's a drive will continue. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. In motion, Hill. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Touchdown! Devon Achane. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
At the 23-yard line.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw, Cousins. That's complete to Mooney. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A give left side to Robinson. Stiff-armed it. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Black.
Cousins. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It'll be a gain of 5. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Dolphins
Dolphins are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Looking to pass. Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, Parker, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. On the return, here's Agnew. Three quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th.
Now Cousins going to change it up.
Gun. Good route here.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
And now they'll shift things around.
Throwing, Cousins.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
I know, he's easy. I 382, let's go.
Now Cousins. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. 56 yards rushing for him now at this point.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown. He's young. Robertson. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are looking like they'll move to 6-1 as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Koo now for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Next to score, Falcons 21, Dolphins 7. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
His throw incomplete.
Well, certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's got his target. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point.
The 2 are going to try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. 21.
Dolphins 15. Jason Sanders to kick
Now
off.
after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive guy,
What's going on the defensive side?
yeah, it's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
this. In all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and a give to Robinson. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers, or a quick slant or something like that.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run first down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Cousins here to throw. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. And it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
What a drive. This has been just, here's one of their best plays.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On to give, here's Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away.
Hey, no, easy. First.
Throwing here, Cousins. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they started to execute it, and they started to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
But, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf, and today that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for Atlanta, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.